Greetings! If you like these daily crypto analysis videos, hit the like button and subscribe. Please share these videos with your friends to help the channel grow. I'm Crypto Snake, back again to discuss some Bitcoin analysis. So today we're going to start out on the one-day chart here. As you can see, we did actually come up to test this 74.15 level that I did lay out in the previous videos. I did believe that was going to happen here. And it is actually currently being rejected off of this. It has failed to break this resistance line here. And the RSI is starting to plateau a bit here and starting to struggle, which is obviously making me a little bit concerned here. But on the one-day chart here, you can see that the SAR is still trending upward very heavily here. The Kijun-sen is still inclining heavily as well. And the Tenkan-sen has actually started to plateau here. So actually on the one-day chart, we're still looking very, very bullish here. But before I get onto my bearish concerns and maybe some price targets here, if you'd like to join my free Telegram for insights on the market, including Bitcoin, altcoins, and a sneak peek to my personal entries and exits, join t.me/CryptoSnakePit. Links directly to the chat and a link on how to install Telegram, which is a free chat program that I use to communicate with my VIPs, in the description below. Also, in our VIP group, I have just given out a fresh list of possible entries for this week on potential altcoin pumps, and we have been capitalizing Bitcoin's sideways movements, pulling 25% gains on 0x, 20% on WON, 7% on GAME, and 10% on ADA. If you want information on how to get into the VIP group to be part of these trades, the information is also in the description below. As for my bearish concerns here, we're going to have to go down to the 4-hour chart here. Now, my VIPs and even my free VIP group actually did get a warning on this a couple of hours ago, that I am seeing a little bit of concerning movement here on Bitcoin right now. As you can see here, the Kijun-sen, after coming up on this nice pump, has actually started to plateau and possibly even decline here. And the Tenkan-sen has actually risen to meet that. Normally that indicates that a possible TK crossover could be coming. Now obviously this isn't set in stone, but what also has me concerned here is that the SAR here is also starting to peter off. And at least on the 4-hour chart here, we have been on this SAR trend upwards for quite a while, so we are actually due for a correction here. As seen with the Chiku span back here, you can actually see that this will be the second test of the 73.80 area without actually breaking through that. We have been wicking up to the 74.12, 74.15 area and wicking right back down. And as you can see down here on the RSI, we have been trading within this channel. And if we go back to the one-day chart here really fast, you can see that we actually haven't tested down on the bottom of this wedge in quite a while. So we are starting to get up there. So this actually is one of the longest bounces here that we've been on. So we are definitely due for a nice correction here. If we go back to the 4-hour chart here again and take a look at the Heikin Ashi, which is basically the money flow into the market, we are still posting green here, but it is starting to kind of peter off here and make smaller candles as you go. As you can see, this pump here was nice and healthy, very thick candles going up. And now it's starting to kind of go up and down, up and down, up and down. But back on the one day here, let me set out some price targets. So do I think this price is going to break all the way back down? Probably not from here, at least not on the first dump here. I do believe that it is going to be quite swift and brutal. But as for price targets, I do think we're going to test down on the bottom side of this wedge here. That could correlate with the 71.25 support, possibly the 71.42 support of the one-day cloud here. We may start side trending in this channel for a bit before eventually breaking down. As I still don't think the overall market cycle from the January pump is over. I still think we are due for at least one more dump before an actual nice ride up, but I do believe we will have a much higher low. That being said, I am taking some profit on my Bitcoin holdings here, as I have been up about 10% on it right now. So the safe choice for me right now is actually to get out of it. It is possible that we could break this 74.15 resistance with a nice manipulation candle here. But right now I'm waiting for another retest of the bottom wedge here. I still am bullish overall because the one-day chart here is still elevated and still moving up with the Kijun-sen here. But I think we are due for another test down of the bottom lower wedge here and possibly the bottom side of the cloud. We might hit this and then wick down. So overall, I am still bullish on the one-day chart as far as Bitcoin possibly continuing up here. But I do believe that on the 4-hour chart, we are a little bit overextended. And we will likely pull back to this Kijun-sen and get a test off of this lower wedge here, which could very likely correlate with the support line here at 71.75 just above the cloud. We may actually wick down to the one-day cloud before bouncing back up, and I do think we might start some sideways trending here before possibly breaking down into the cloud here and eventually breaking through the cloud. So let's get on to the health of the market today. So the overall Bitcoin market cap has actually gone up $1.5 billion, which is very healthy for the space, very good. And as you can see, the Bitcoin dominance has again broken down into the 52 to 53% area now, which we were trending up in the 54%, which is good for altcoins. But with the overall market indecision right now, with people calling this the peak, the market obviously doesn't know which way to go. We are seeing some decent gains, mostly positive, with 1% to 2% Some coins are negative: Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, etc. But overall, the market right now is kind of in a stalemate as Bitcoin is testing this 74.15 area. Going back to the 4-hour chart here, though, just before I wrap this video up, it is very possible that we may not have a TK crossover here as well. We did have this overextension back here, which caused a fake TK crossover here and then rejected right back up and had another one here. While the Chiku span was not in ranging territory. That was very, very strange for the cryptocurrency, but with all the manipulation that goes through, it has instilled a little bit of FOMO there. So it is still possible that we could bounce off of this Tenkan-sen here. So it is still possible that we will actually smash through the 74.16, get a nice candle up to the 7,700 area before breaking back down. But for now, I am going to be keeping an eye on this TK crossover, and I will give a warning out to my free VIPs if I do see this cross coming, as that normally signifies a nice dump, as you can see back here, before finding some support on the 4-hour cloud here, which just so happens to coincide exactly with the bottom side of this wedge. So that's all for my Bitcoin analysis today. I just wanted to say good luck on your trades this week. Please join me in my free Telegram at t.me/cryptosnakepit, where I give up-to-the-minute updates on Bitcoin and my personal exits and entries for the private VIP group. Also included is our private VIP chat, where you can chat with many of our experienced Savage traders, get personal technical analysis from me, and answer any questions you might have. This is CryptoSnake, signing off.